Welcome once again to Make It So as we continue our Ork Crusade character development. In Crusade, your units gain experience for fighting battles, killing enemies, completing agendas, and by being marked for glory, which is basically the MVP. Assign that as you wish. Hopefully to the best units. But the cynic in me knows there'll be times where the MVP goes to the guy who missed with every attack, but wouldn't you know it's precisely one MVP award away from a level up? Anyway, as your characters develop, they can basically improve any non-relic weapons, gain skills, improve their psychic abilities if they have them, or gain Crusade relics. Crusade relics can be taken alongside other relics, and other Crusade relics, so it can really kit a guy up if needed. You can also earn upgrades from some missions. A unit is capped at 6 earned upgrades, but there's still plenty to play with. So in my current Crusade, I took a big mech with shock attack gun. It's a bits box raid to make him, got a lot of orcs that versatility, and in honour of the Codex giving him BS4 and the freebooters competitive streak giving him a potential BS of 3, I converted a sniper shock attack gun, as I've never seen an orc so accurate. But he's still an orc, so all the extra sights I put on the gun are deliberately misaligned. The absolute first upgrade I gave him was a foolish one, the upgraded sights weapon enhancement. I picked it because it beautifully fit the look of the model, but it was foolish for several reasons. For one, if I want to upgrade to the souped up shocker, I lose the upgrade, wasting the level up. It also can't stock with a competitive streak, as you can never have better than +1 to hit. However, if I shoot him at the right target and shoot him first, he could well lead by example and set off everybody else's +1. However, all other upgrades have been chosen far more carefully, thought out to match his warlord trait and relic. You see, I designed him to be tough, so he has the Arder's Nails warlord trait that makes him -1 to wound. I also gave him the Super Cyber Body to give him 4+ Invuln save and the ability to halve incoming damage. He's also picked up a couple of extra wounds from the Orc faction specific Crusade rules that I will cover in a couple of weeks, and since then I've given him Artisan Bionics to give him a 5+ save against any wounds that do get through. Add the Dead Hard Armor, gives him +1 to his save and +1 wound, and I'm eyeing up the Architect Nanomed for his next upgrade for a 2+ chance to come back from death with D3 wounds remaining. In essence, I have a shock attack gun, which is now toughened to 5, sit him in some cover, and he's on a 2+ save, hitting on freeze. Even ignoring the Lookout Sir or Grot Shield possibilities, this 8 wound Behemoth is knocking 1 off the enemy wound roll, has a 2+ armor or 4+ invuln save, halves the damage, gets a 5 save against any wounds that still go through, and if they shoot through all that, he gets another D3 wounds or 2+. My, he is tenacious, isn't he? Next, let's look at the kill machine that is the beast boss on Squigosaur. Well, obviously, you want brutal but cunning, and Headwhopper's Kill Chopper complements that nicely. But what else can we build to? Well, for starters, when he reaches top level experience, there's a Crusade relic of Null Field Disruptor to deny enemy invulnerable saves in melee. That is definitely on his Christmas list. But in the meantime, we'll definitely have 3 other, possibly 5 other upgrades. Let's start with the Swift and Agile battle trait to give you +1 to move, advance, and charge. We could also take Deadly Charge for +1 attack when charged, charging, or heroically intervening. There's a Squig battle trait for another +2 move. The Friends on Injector is kinda wasted, and Orc already has the ability to reroll the charge, but it does give you another attack, so not a total waste of time. And finally, Inspiring Hero will give a 6-inch range heroic intervention, which works well with the +1 attack when doing so. Sure, you could go for some defenses too, but as I've pretty much put all of these on my big mech, I don't really have them left in the kitty. I've gone all out one, and we're all out the other. Finally, let's look at a true leader for the freebooters. I'm going to stick this on the war boss, so we can't run the same detachments as Squigosaur, but we can bench one or run a second detachment if the game is big enough. First off, we'll give him the Killer Reputation Warlord trait. Make enemy units test and poor leadership and have worse combat attrition, while also buffing the leadership of nearby orcs. For Relic, I went with a Dead Shiny Shooter. I've got a support role in mind for this guy. Now, if you're playing a wide enough range of opponents, the Boss Paul Crusade Relic will give a lovely combat attrition buffer as well as giving this model a leadership boost. Inspiring Hero gives all other orcs near him another +1 leadership. We can also give him tactical experience to recover command points, and if we get the Laurels of Victory, we will provide extra command points too. To keep this command point leadership farm alive longer, we could give him the Dark Ages Spacer Belt to get him out of any jump he can't handle. And finally, if he reaches the top level, we can give him the Chopper of the Great War, which would, well, for one, make it rather unlikely he'll find himself in a situation he can't handle, while 2, allow him to call a second War. This is a phenomenal relic, and if you have the Mega War as your agenda, this could level up your whole army across 4 turns of absolute carnage. Hopefully this has provided inspiration to all players on some of the possibilities that can be unlocked in Crusade play, and if you fancy seeing what your combinations come with, well, make it so.